You're watching Hot Indonesia from Jakarta. Hot topic number 3, travel dreams. Now, who doesn't want to head overseas on a holiday? Unfortunately, those desires fall short in many places. A Pew Research Center survey of 24 countries listed those where most people have never traveled abroad. Number 1 is India, with 95% of its population having never left home. At number 2 is, guess, Indonesia with 92%, followed by Brazil at 87%. You know, a little surprising to me, but I think the number one factor is the huge population base. Yes. I mean, you got more people living outside in the rural areas who can't even afford to come to Jakarta.
The big cities, yeah.
The percentage who can't afford it is very low yet. Economic factor, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think mainly economic factors.
Can't afford it.
Cannot afford it. But there are still people who save to go abroad to do Hajj and Umrah.
There you go.
And also go to the Vatican.
Yeah, how did they afford that?
Religious pilgrimage.
They say for years, though. That's
the one. Years.
Yeah,
tens of years. Yes.
Nearly 90% Muslims. Your life.
Nearly their lifetime, almost. The entire
Even
lifetime.
the lifetime. Sometimes they can't make it.
Sometimes, yeah. At the end, then you've got your 70s and your almost 80s,
and the only place you've gone in your life is Middle East because
Middle East or actually the Vatican.
Oh, for the Christians who want a pilgrimage to,
yeah.
and also
or Jerusalem,
or Israel. The survey said other factors include things like passport access, which is also a money factor. You got to pay for a passport, and geographic location. If you live far away out of the centers, it's hard to get everywhere you're going. But
you need to go to Jakarta first before you travel.
Yeah.
Oh, Bali.
There's a transit point. So, William, does the high percentage of homebound Indonesians surprise you?
Not really, because as what she said, it's the economic factors. But a lot of their mind, because we have majority Muslim country, their priority, I think, go to Hajj.
Yes.
That is considered abroad.
Yes.
Yeah. They don't think go to New York.
No.
they go to Mecca.
It's a different kind of pilgrimage.
Yes. They go to Mecca, they're fine.
But 8% of Indonesians who have traveled abroad, that seems crazily low for someone,
Well, if you compare to 280 million, it's about 20 million.
Yeah.
20 million are traveling.
That's not a small number.
It's actually increasing compared to 10 years ago, probably.
No, middle class is growing. That's why.
Yes.
And more outbound than inbound. More going out than
right now.
Than people traveling in. Yeah.
Oh, okay, and that's tourism, which is another issue.
Yeah,
another sector we must correct. One more
Tourists
point.
coming in, right, at the max.
One more point. Of the 92% in Indonesia who said they never left the country, the survey said, 27% of that 92%, got that, said they don't care. They don't care to go anywhere anyway. So even if they had the opportunity, I mean, why would they say that?
Because some people are just happy to be where they are. And plus, it's, the difficulties of traveling, the language barrier.
Yeah, good point.
And the
language.
Food,
and the
food
exposure.
Issues. And food issues.
A food issue also.
Some
the
people
halal.
will only travel to places where they can eat halal food.
Yes.
So
I think America also. In the center of America, there's a lot of America.
Halal food as well?
They said 62% American has no passport.
I'm not surprised at that. And that's what adds to their ignorance of world issues and topics. Last point on this, at the other end, I don't know where the United States is, but less than 1% in Sweden and the Netherlands have never traveled abroad.
I think it's also
99% of everybody in Netherlands and Sweden have traveled.
Because I know.
How many? Sorry.
1% never traveled. How come that low?
Never traveled anywhere.
Yes, only 1%.
Only
because
1%.
You can go over the border.
99%.
Yeah,
because of the border.
Yeah, you can go by train or by bus.
In Europe, yeah.
Step your foot over the line.
But the culture is just finish the holiday, already plan the next holiday.
Where?
In Europe.
Oh, yeah, because they have long holidays. How to fill up your time. Yeah, so I'm not surprised, but you're right. The number is growing of people wanting and dreaming about going abroad. It's a good thing.
Especially amongst the new generations.
Yes.
Millennials, starting with the millennials.
Gen Zs, okay.
Gen Z, yeah.
It is feedback time now, and still more reactions to our discussion on a former cabinet head on trial for corruption. Thank you, Yenny, for so openly speaking to the world. And a lot of comment on our focus on the new Indonesian girl group, Nona. Audrey posted this on Instagram. Their song, Work, is a work of art. Here's how to contact us with your feedback. Email at hotindo@theindonesiachannel.world or comment through our Hot Indonesia or Indonesia Channel X, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube pages. Final words, Yenny.
Many Indonesians complain that what we look at, what we read, what we see on the news channels is only bad news. Bad news everywhere, corruption cases, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to give you one good news, which is that our sport climbing athlete just won a gold medal in Prague in the category that we have never won before. In 20 years, we've been waiting for this in the lead category. Of course, we've been champions in the speed category, but in the lead, tens of years, we've been waiting for this. So this is the first time. So I just want to give a shout out to Srondeng, our athlete. Go and win the Olympic medals for Indonesia.
Yeah, and Yenny is the chair of that climbing federation as well. One of her many hijabs she wears. Okay, final words, William.
I'd like to introduce more of diverse Indonesian food culture to the world and sustain it for the next generation. I'm afraid if not, the next generation would not even know what is Indonesian food.
And we will help you, sir. And my final words, Jakarta State Polytechnic University is considering expelling a male student for kissing another man on campus. Kissing another man on campus. If there are rules against such displays for a male and female as well, okay. But if it's simply because it's two men, then it's a homophobic reaction and not okay. Now, if there are other factors involved, the public needs to hear it. Otherwise, keep the student in school and post a general notice about keeping public displays private. And that is Hot Indonesia for this week. For Yenny Wahid and William Wongso, I'm Dalton Tanonaka. Thank you very much for watching. Please join us again next time.